Hey, Warrior Saints, happy Friday. Before we get started, make sure you visit us at warriorsaints.org, subscribe to our flagship program, The Way of the Warrior Saint, and walk with us along this path of crucifixional living that we're all striving to do. We are so dedicated then, and we so badly want to just get this message out, and we need your help. We need your help to get that message out. So visit us at warriorsaints.org. Subscribe to the Way of the Warrior Saint. Get it for a friend. Share this stuff with friends. Help us. Really help us. We are trying so hard to do all of the things that we've been talking about this week. We're trying to reflect the light that God shines for us. We're trying to refract that light so that that something happens within us that allows that light to change and change us so that we become who God has created us to be lighthouses, making sure that we're following the true light, bringing others with us so that we get where God has called us to be. And the reality is it's tough. It's tough out there. COVID is not going away. Social media does not help anything. The news media doesn't help anything. Everywhere we turn, something is there to tell us that things are bad. We're sitting really in a world that is dark and that gets darker at every turn. Our challenge in this world of darkness is to believe in the message that we have been promised. And that message that we have been promised, we've been looking at all week, comes to us from Matthew 4:16. The people who sat in darkness have seen a great light. Those who sat in the region and shadow of death, light has dawned. But it's fascinating. When we look at the next verse, Matthew 4:17, do you know what it says? It says, at that time Christ began to go out and preach, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. We can't do it if we keep doing things the way that we were doing them. It's what we talked about on Monday. But we have to repent. We have to turn. We have to shift. We have to change. That means we got to change our perspective. It's easy to look at the glass as half empty. My challenge to you is see it as half full. It's easy. And don't get lost in that metaphor. It's not just about water. It's about how do we view the world? How can we look at situations that come our way and interpret them differently? We're given this beautiful lens that we talked about, like the prism that refracts the light. That is the light that Christ shines for us. He's a beacon, like we talked about with the lighthouse, calling us, drawing us towards him, calling us to that calm water, to that safe harbor. But we just have to change and be willing to do it. We can't get lost in doing things the same way. We have to recognize that things have natural consequences to them. Like it's easy to just say when we're watching an episode of, my wife and I have been watching Dexter, and I always want to watch one more episode, and she's always smart and says, it's time to go to bed. But I always have that just one more syndrome. I just want to watch one more. I just want to keep going. She says, when we're done. And let's be done. It will still be there tomorrow. But we need to get sleep. We need to be rested. We have a child who doesn't care how late we stay up. She's still going to wake up at the same time. She's going to need our attention. Things that matter are still going to need to be looked at. So we need to change. We can't just keep going along the same way. If we want to lose weight, we can't just keep saying, I want to lose weight. We have to change how we're doing. We got to say no. We can't just say, oh, it's just one more Dorito. Or, oh, my vice is not Doritos. My vice is ice cream. So I can't just say, oh, it's just one more little half scoop. Because all those half scoops become a lot of whole scoops. And you just keep going and you keep going. And we can apply this to so many different things that we are struggling with. But the point is the same. The light has shone for us in the darkness. For us, that means that we need to then repent. Turn away from the things that are keeping us back from that light. And we need to be able to, pardon the pun, go towards the light. follow that path that Christ has laid out for us. We invite you to do that, as I said at the beginning, by joining us. Visit warriorsaints.org. Get on the way of the warrior saint today. Join us as we're working to all walk towards that same path, that way of the warrior saint. We will be back again next week, Monday, with our Crucifixional Life stream. In the meantime, we will have Vespers tomorrow night at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard, and Orthros and Divine Liturgy on Sunday morning at 9 and 10 a.m. respectively, Mountain Standard Time. Please join us. We love seeing you beautiful people when we get your comments, your likes, and the best thing you can do to help us spread this message, hit share. Until we see you, keep walking on the way of the warrior saint.